Hey y'all, Blaumagier here. Let's revisit an old game in a new way. Let's play Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. I'm gonna let it sit here in case it goes to... Okay, it's just the same thing. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like the Super Famicom version where it had a unique cutscene play after the fanfare, but apparently not. So, yeah, there's video settings here. I'm playing with max settings. Language settings. Got text, and yeah, there's actually voices in this game. Anyway, let's venture forth. I will use my name for our heroine. So you can choose to play as a hero or a heroine. Appearance A will be the hero, appearance B will be the heroine. And I will, of course, choose English, because I'm not a degenerate weeb. I want to display the location of current objective on the map. Sure, why not? I'm all for accessibility, especially in my old age. So we've got difficulty settings. I'm going to play on Dragon Quest, which says, for those who want a fair challenge, if you're not sure which difficulty is for you, give this one a try. There is also Draki Quest. For those who want to breeze through battles and savor the story, switch to this difficulty if you find the going has got too tough. I need to look up what this actually changes, because if all it does is like increase the experience and gold that you get, then I might switch to Draki Quest. But I'm not going to play on Draconian Quest, which is the quote-unquote hard mode. For those who want a real challenge, you'll face stronger foes and earn fewer experience points and gold coins to boot. I might have played it just for the stronger foes, if not for the fewer experience and gold coins to boot. I don't want to spend 10 years grinding, you know? I really wish that they had separated experience points and gold coin drops into like their own separate slider from the stats of the monsters. So I'll play on Dragon Quest. Are you happy to start your adventure with these settings? You can change them at any time during your adventure by visiting the system settings menu. Yeah. The game does autosave.
If you can hear me, follow the sound of my voice. Yes, come this way.
If you fancy going faster, try holding down B while walking to pick the pace. I kind of wish I had an option to just make it permanent, because I don't ever want to not run. Because this is the regular speed, and this is the running speed. It's really a negligible difference. Jocelyn, can you hear me, Jocelyn? I am she who watches over all. One day, not long from now, you will appear before me, a true hero. But before your journey can begin, you must teach me something. Teach me what manner of person you are. You must answer my questions as honestly as you are able. Are you ready to begin? So, we're about to have a personality test. And there is a big flowchart that will help you get the personality you want. You get a random starting question, and I think you can get to pretty much any personality you want from any starting questions if you follow the flowchart. I will be linking this flowchart in the description. But why is personality important? Well, it influences your stat growth when you level up. And I am going to be following the flowchart because I specifically want the vamp personality, which in previous versions was only available to female characters, but I believe in this version it's available to male and female. So let's begin. Very well. First you must tell me your true name. I'm just going to enter... well, it helps if I spell my name right. Just gonna enter the same name and my last initial. What is the month of your birth? You were born on the 21st day of the month of August. Your sign is the one known in your world as Leo. Is this correct? Yes, it is. Very good, Jocelyn. I will now ask you a series of questions. Do not dwell upon them too deeply. Answer swiftly and from the heart. Do so, and I will come to know your true mind. Now, let us begin. The questions up to now weren't part of the personality test, just to be clear. This is where it begins. Do you believe that victory can be won on the field of battle? Okay, I think I know where this is in the flowchart. Yes I do. Do you prefer spells and sorcery to swords and sweat? No. Do you find the company of unfamiliar people tiresome? Yes. So far I'm actually answering these questions truthfully. Do you trust in the words of those who tell fortunes? No. I do not. Do you enjoy physical pursuits? Okay, here's where I gotta deviate from the truthful answers. Yes. Can even the most minor matters irritate you? Yes. When inspiration strikes, are you likely to spring into action straight away? No. Once you begin a task, do you find that all else around you pales into insignificance? Here's another one that I have to answer untruthfully. No. Is there something in your life that you would protect at the expense of all else? Yes. That one is true. I'm married and have children, of course it's true. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I feel that I know you a little better now. Now, let us move on to the final test of your character. So this is the part that really determines which personality you get. There are several different scenarios. This is the castle scenario, which is the only one you can get the vamp personality from. Suddenly, Jocelyn hears a woman's voice. Soon the jewel will be mine. These fools across the border have kept it quite long enough, and it will suit me so much better. Sounds like this queen is up to no good. Listen, men. Those dastardly criminals from across the border are readying an assault. But thanks to my dear wife, we have been lucky enough to learn of their wicked plan ahead of time. They cannot be allowed to invade our beloved motherland. Therefore, we must strike first. Is that not so, General Hannibal? Yes, Your Majesty. If this information is correct, it will indeed be in our best interest to strike first. Ho ho ho! You need not worry on that score, Hannibal. What could my dear wife hope to gain from lying? She has no conceivable motive for deceiving us, or do you believe otherwise, No, Your Majesty. Very well. Go forth, men, for the honor of our beloved realm. Yes, Your Majesty. So, from here, there are a couple options we can take. We could just follow the soldiers and leave the castle. That would result in a personality. That would be the happy camper personality. And all the rest of them, we have to talk to this guy here. Oh, whatever am I to do? Who are you? And what are you doing here? What am I saying? This is no time for such petty concerns. Listen, I must ask you something purely hypothetical, with no basis in fact whatsoever. Let us suppose that a certain king had given certain orders, and that those orders happened to be misguided. They are still the orders of a king and must be obeyed no matter what, correct? Okay, so depending on what you say, you'll get different questions, but all that matters is how you answer each question. If you say no, then you'll only get one more question, and saying no again will get you the good egg personality. Saying yes to that will give you the wit personality. If you say yes, you'll get another question. If you say no to it, you'll get a third question. Saying no to that third question gets you a fourth question, which results in the clown personality. If you say yes to the third question after saying yes and no to the first two, then you get wit again. And, however, for the last one, if you say yes to both of the first two questions, you get vamp. So, we're gonna say yes. Really? You truly believe the orders of a king to be so set in stone? Yes. I know now what I must do. You may leave. Upon finishing our conversation, we are kicked out of this scenario. I am she who watches over all, and I have seen what manner of person you are. Jocelyn, do not attempt to hide your true nature from me. I see the irrepressible flirt within. You may blush, but you have long suspected the truth. You have felt your real self lurking beneath the surface. Though you hide it well, the truth is that your romantic urges are stronger than those of others. You often find yourself daydreaming about the current object of your affections, doodling their name in the margins of your notebook, seeing their face in the clouds. And when you do, a secret smile spreads itself across your face. You sometimes wonder if you might be a little more obsessed with the art of love than those around you. Well, let me put your mind at rest. You are. But there's no need to worry. This is an entirely natural and healthy thing. This is your spirit, your soul, the essence of your character. Now, my child, very soon the dawn will break, and you will rise to greet the new day. I am she who watches over all, and I look forward to the time when you and I come face to face at last. I do actually think out of all the personalities that Vamp, as it's described in this version, probably does most closely match my personality. In previous versions, it made it seem more like you're lustful, but this makes it seem more like you're a hopeless romantic, and that really is me to a T. Our story begins on the morning of Jocelyn's 16th birthday.
Oh.
Can't it wait until she's a little bit older? It pains me to say that we have had no word from Ortega since he left for the volcano.
Well, no time like the present.
I know. I'll go and wake them now.
Gender-neutral pronoun.
Cooey! Wakey, wakey! Rise and shine! Morning, my darling. It's time to get up. Today's a very important day. After all, it's not every morning you ask the king himself to give your big journey his personal blessing. This is what I've been raising you for all these years. Well then, shall we get going? Come on, follow me.
I was going to question why they used she earlier and then switched to a gender-neutral pronoun, but I think I realized what the reason is. Clearly, Square Enix cheaped out and didn't want to record separate voice dialogues for male and female heroes. I imagine it'll refer to me as she whenever it's just text, and gender-neutral pronouns whenever it's voice dialogue. So off we go, being escorted by our mom to the castle.
Come on, dear. You know where the castle is. Straight on now. Off you go. And remember to mind your manners. I won't have the king thinking you've been dragged up.
Opening the main menu is easy. Give Y a press. Yep, that's a main menu. And where exactly do you think you're going? Have you changed your mind about going to meet the king? Yeah, Oh, you have you? Well, if you don't go and see him today, he might never grant you an audience again. Is that what you want? Well, is it? Yeah. Well, if you're going to be like that, I shan't bother saying any more. I'm off home, dear, but I'll ask you one last time before I go. Are you sure you don't want to meet the king? Yes. Alright then, you're old enough to make your own decisions. Far be it from me to stop you. You do whatever you want, Jocelyn. Just don't get into trouble, you hear? No. She did not like that answer. Alright then, I'll be off home. Look after yourself, won't you? Oh, I made my mom cry. I'm a little surprised. Jocelyn peers inside the barrel. Look at that, it's a vial of holy water. Jocelyn puts the holy water into the item bag. I don't think you could get out of that in the original. I think it was a but thou must. Well, you know, we're gonna go see the king anyway, because he gives us some fat loot. Welcome to Aliahan Castle. Welcome to Aliahan Castle. I wish I could rotate the camera just a little bit. It's the one thing I don't like about this perspective. Off you go now. The king is waiting for you. The throne room is just up the stairs here. Of course I'm going to go talk to everyone in the castle. Door's locked. That is a red door. I'm going to need a certain key to get in there. I hear that wily thief Kirk Buzzer came up with a key that can open any normal lock in existence. Why, with one of those in your pocket, you could come and go through the doorways of the world as you pleased. Jocelyn peeks inside the pot. Look at that, it's a medicinal herb. Jocelyn puts the medicinal herb into the item bag. I think it's going to be a little more difficult for me to see objects like that in this version. That rascal Kirk Buzzer, who was robbing houses all over town, has finally got his just desserts. He's banged up in jail. Ha ha ha! Was there stairs over here, or is it just my imagination, I guess? Another locked door, but this one's blue. Have you seen the princess? Princess! Princess! I think this is her. Those stupid grown-ups won't let me go outside because they say it's too dangerous. It's that smelly old archon's fault, isn't it? Oh, I hate him. It's so boring being cooped up in here. I tried to sneak out the other day, but Daddy caught me. He's much more perceptive than he looks. I don't know if she's supposed to be like 5 or if that's a genuine speech impediment. Jocelyn peers inside the barrel. Jocelyn has obtained 9 gold coins. Another red locked door. I don't think there's anything back here. There's a brown door. Jocelyn peeks inside the pot. Jocelyn obtains 26 gold coins. It was Ortega who inspired me to enlist as a castle guard, you know. And yet he went off to battle the enemy and never returned. I just can't believe he would let himself get killed so easily. He's out there somewhere. I just know he is. Not seeing a whole lot to inspect here. Jocelyn peers inside the barrel. Look at that, it's a pot lid. Jocelyn puts the pot lid into the equipment bag. That is a shield. It's It's a shield that most anyone can equip. I think even magic casting classes can equip it, generally. Jocelyn peers inside the barrel. Look at that, it's a medicinal herb. Jocelyn puts the medicinal herb into that item bag. You ain't got a key to open this door, have you? Well then, sling your hook. I ain't got no use for you. This is the castle dungeon. If you're here to visit a prisoner, just go up to the bars of their cell and talk to them. No funny business, understand? That rickety old geezer up there at Dreamer's Tower is a right piece of work. Not only did he go and get me banged up, he pinched me precious key and all. Me, the great Kirk Buzzer himself. Me trusty thief's key will open any red door in the world. If only I've used it to... Gah, what a plonker I am! Well, we know where his key is now. And a red key. Or a red door. So, no further this way. I sure am keeping the king waiting, but you know, I don't really respect monarchy, so it doesn't really bother me that much. What do I have down this way? Jocelyn, have you familiarized yourself with the jail below the castle? There's a rather unusual inmate down there, a slime as it happens. Goddess knows what they did to end up there. I didn't talk to the slime. I've heard that the cave over on the promontory leads to the Dreamer's Tower. How about that? I mean, I've never actually checked to see if it's true, but everyone says so. We're getting a lot of leads here. Another red door that we can't go through. There's a brown one. Jocelyn peers inside the barrel. Look at that, it's a mini-medal. Jocelyn obtains a mini-medal. Now, this... I guess it's going to explain it. On your adventures, you may come across shiny trinkets known as mini-medals. These can be traded for all kinds of wonderful prizes with Morgan Miniman, the mini-medal enthusiast who dwells in the well in Aliahan. Jocelyn peers inside the barrel. Jocelyn obtains 6 gold coins. Yeah, mini-medals will be all over the place. Most of them will be inside barrels and pots and stuff, but some of them are just straight up hidden on the ground. There is an ability that you can get that will actually make those spots sparkle. But normally, unless it's changed for this version now, I don't know all the changes in this version. Normally, they're totally invisible. I want to see if I can't talk to that slime real quick. I did see him. Yeah, it looks like I can only talk to the thug. I need to start wrapping up this episode soon. I'm supposed to be going to yoga with my wife soon. Okay, I've already talked to her. Okay, it looks like it's time to head up the stairs. If you're here to see the king, just carry on straight down this way.
Ah, so you have deigned to grace us with your presence at last. We had begun to think that you were not coming. So, you are the child from all those years ago. You have grown. You will not remember, but we have met once before. It was on the day when we received word of your father's passing.
We could not locate any of Ortega's belongings.
I see. To think something out there is capable of besting a man of his caliber.
My husband thought long and hard before setting off. I'm sure he was at peace when he passed.
Ortega was a true hero of our realm. One of the greatest. His loss came as a blow to us all. However, we wholeheartedly approve of your wish to follow in his footsteps and set forth on the path of adventure. For it is what he would have wanted. And only the child of such a hero as he could hope to save our world. The foe we face is dire indeed. The archfiend Baramos. Many of the peoples of this world do not yet even know his name. And yet, his grip on our realm grows ever tighter. He must be stopped, no matter the cost. You must free us from the archfiend's ever-encroaching tyranny. But alone, you will only meet the same fate as your father. Go and consult with Mistress Patty in town, and use this to outfit the companions she has selected for you.
Jocelyn receives 50 gold coins and some basic equipment and puts them in the bag.
Allow me to proffer some guidance. You would be wise to seek out the thief's key, an implement that can open a myriad of the world's doors. Obtain it, and your travels will be that bit easier. But first, I suggest you heed His Majesty's advice and seek like-minded individuals at Patty's party planning place. Once you have done so, try making your way to Reeve, a quaint village to the northwest of our fair kingdom. You will now find Reeve marked on your map. Locating the rest of the realm's noteworthy areas, however, is a task I believe best left in your capable hands. You simply need note down anywhere you happen to visit. Be sure to see these places with your own eyes first, though, otherwise you'll likely forget to mark them on your map. And remember, your curiosity is an asset most valuable. Lend it an ear at all times and you will surely benefit. However, remain wary, lest it lead you into trouble on occasion.
We expect great things of you.
At any time during a conversation or immediately after it's ended, you can commit what you've heard to memory by pressing the hamburger button. Anything you've chosen to keep in mind can be revisited by selecting Recall in the main menu. This is the feature that was in the SNES version of the game that I never utilized, because it wasn't explained how to utilize it. Traveler's Tips, a curated collection of useful information, can be found in the Miscellaneous menu. Be sure to give it a look if you need help with the controls or aren't quite sure how to get on with your adventure. More tips will be added as you progress, so make a point of checking for new tidbits from time to time. The further forward a person is in battle, the more likely they are to get hit by attacks. That's why you always need to think very carefully about your party's lineup. You'll just have to suppress the contrarian within you and learn to get on with people. No fighting with your friends, alright? This should go without saying, but weapons and armor are no good to you if you forget to equip them. It's far too dangerous out in the wild to travel alone. It's dangerous to go alone. You must visit Patty's party planning place in the west of town and recruit some companions. The lofty spire on the small island west of Aliahan is known as the Dreamer's Tower. It is seemingly inhabited, though by whom I cannot say, and it is accessible via a certain passage. To find it, head west from Aliahan until the tower comes to view, then simply follow the coast, and you will soon arrive at the entrance. Is there anything else in this room? No, but there's stuff down here. I'll head west from the castle and follow the sea, and the promontory cave is where you shall soon be. Fiddly, riddly day. Oh please, brave hero, bring peace back to our world. You're our only hope. Okay, can't read the books on the shelf. Let's check this room. I can check this armoire. Look at that, it's a set of Wayfarer's clothes. Jocelyn puts the Wayfarer clothes into the equipment bag. I think this is the king's bedroom. And his bathroom. Okay. With that, it's time to be ending this episode. But before I do that, I do want to show where to save. You can, of course, go to the church, but I believe they have added additional save spots in this version of the game. Anytime you see a nun, you should be able to save there. This is one such nun. Let us pray for peace, even if it brings us only one day closer to salvation. It will be worthwhile. Wayward sheep of the great shepherdess, how may we help you? Confession, save. Into which adventure log do you wish me to record this? In that case, I must overwrite Jocelyn level 1. Do you wish me to proceed, my child? Yes. I have successfully recorded your adventure log. Do you plan to continue on your adventure at this point? No. I call upon those who guard and guide us to allow this faithful lamb to rest in peace a while. Press the confirm button to return to the title screen. I gotta say, it feels good to be playing Dragon Quest again. It's been a long time, and this really is like a return to my roots. And honestly, there's a lot I wasn't happy about with my original Dragon Quest recordings. I played through Super Famicom versions of 1, 2, and 3, and the DS version of 4. I stretched out the Super Famicom ones to widescreen, which I hate that now. And 4, I recorded with the webcam off of my DS, which at the time looked great. But now we have DS capture cards, so it looks terrible. I really want to redo all of these, and this gave me a great excuse to redo 3. But that's where we're going to end this episode off. This has been Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. I'm going to struggle to remember that name, but hopefully it'll click before we get to the end. I'm Blaumagier. If you like this video, please leave me a comment, smash that like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!